Germany Brazil treatment.
Nah,
Germany,
and you know
Germany
how
defense
good this France team is?
yeah,
They put
Germany
out their
defense is
B
ass,
team,
man.
and their
Guys,
B
Germany
team look
defense is
good.
ass. Germany defense is ass, man. That defense is ass.
I still don't think France gonna retain the World Cup. It's so hard to win the World
I
Cup
think
back to
for me,
back.
I think I'm gonna give it to Portugal though. Portugal, I think so.
But look at their midfield. Look at their depth in midfield. Today they played. They started with Nzonzi,
Mm-hmm.
Camavinga, and Pogba was on the bench. Griezmann was on the bench. Mbappe was on the bench, and they still played a good team.
Guys, I
Yeah,
think Mbappe needs to go to Real Madrid to win the Champions League. He needs to go to Real Madrid, man. That guy is a good player, fantastic player, man, fantastic.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's too good for
Uh,
PSG. Let's be honest.
yes,
very good player, very good Kylian Mbappe, very very good player. Like
yeah.
I would love him in Chelsea. My Lord in heaven, I would love him in Chelsea. Damn,
Yeah,
Kylian
he's
Mbappe.
a very good player. He
I
is.
would love him in Chelsea. Kylian Mbappe, my Lord in heaven. Like,
Amazing.
fantastic player. So guys, welcome guys. So we guys discuss a lot of stuff today. So firstly, we're gonna talk about the transfer. Then we discussed about after the transfer, we discussed about the debacle between the Manchester's and the Liverpool's, and also we talk about the transfer, the UEFA Champions League deal that has just been passed. So we talk about the favorites, who's gonna win it, and also we're gonna talk about the underdog and everything. So we have offside, we have Vilton, and we have the other side. So guys. So how you all doing? How you all doing? How's been
I'm
your weekend, guys?
good. I'm good.
Hello.
Same old.
So offside, how has been your weekend?
Some of us are not doing well. We're kind of bored. The international break is like it's like you shut down a whole lot of things.
No
It
football,
seems
yeah.
to be
But
it
there's
seems to
football,
be
though.
moving
Like,
very
what
No,
is
that
slowly.
I love. No, I don't mind I love the international break. It kind of keeps
Nah,
things refreshed. It kind of keep things
no,
refreshed a little bit.
I'm
Especially Argentina plays tomorrow, so there's
Yep.
gonna be a lot of drama with Messi. If he loses
Argentina
tomorrow,
who play to Argentina who
they're playing Ecuador.
wow, that's a tough match, man. I need to see Lionel Messi play tomorrow.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough match. It is.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to it though.
Wow. Yes, Steve, how you doing, brother? How you doing? I know you have a lot of stuff to talk on. I know. Just chill. Calm down, bro. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. So, guys, let's talk about the transfer window first. So, I'm gonna ask you guys, from the top four, maybe starting from Manchester City, Liverpool, United, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Everton, guys, and Leicester City too. So, who do you guys think has the best transfers? Let me go first with offside. So, who do you think
Hmm.
has the best transfer? And out of those best transfer, who like who's gonna like let me say have more let me say squad depth and who's gonna have more wins based on the player they have. Like who's gonna have more between those teams. Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Leicester City, Everton, Chelsea, United, and Tottenham Hotspur.
um, well, these clubs you've mentioned, so many transfers.
Mhm.
But there is one thing. There is on paper,
Yep,
is one thing, and in reality, practical terms is a different thing entirely.
yep.
If you ask me on paper, I would say Chelsea had, did the best transfers on paper based on the individual qualities of the players that joined the side.
Wow. Mhm.
But then they've not kicked in. Many of them they haven't played together for us to even see how good they can be individually, not into the squad or alongside the rest of the players. So
Mhm.
on paper, I would say Chelsea did the best piece of business, even when it comes to the pricing. The prices they got the players a bulk of, more or less they were not as expensive as people would have thought. But
Mhm.
when it comes in terms of practicality, I would say Everton have been superb.
Mhm.
Everton, I think they've won all their games
Yeah,
they've played this
four matches,
season.
4 wins.
They've
They play
won
for them
all
4 wins.
their games, and it just seems like it's plug and play with regards to James Rodriguez. He came in, has done everything, and the side is kicking on. So I would say Everton, even though they may not have signed, so many players as much as some other clubs. James Rodriguez signing has somewhat gone under the radar. It has not been It has not been talked about as much as players have been signed by other clubs, other big clubs or bigger clubs. So I would
Yep.
say Everton have done well for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
We're used to seeing them signing so many players, and at the end of the day, the players don't perform. But this time
Mhm.
around, I say kudos to them, even if it's just by James Rodriguez alone.
So let me ask you this now. Do you see Everton going all the way? Just because you just mentioned Everton now. Do you see them going because of Palace versus experience
What do
and
you mean by going all the way?
like they are fantastic form? Do you see them going like still more higher, but just too early? Because they just say that they're gonna finish like because they're top of the table now. So do you see them like continuing their run of form, or you're gonna see them stopping?
Um, yes. When I say going all the way, I don't. I mean every team will go all the way, even the
Mm-hmm.
team that will finish at the bottom end of the table. So I would say yes, everybody will go all the way. But if you're talking about where they will finish at the end of the season, I don't see them making it into the top four.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then again, due to the experience of the manager, Carlo Ancelotti, I would say maybe somewhere in the top six, fifth position in my opinion. That's where they'll be at the end of the season because it will get to a point. Now we're seeing them covered low and scoring goals left, right, and center. It will
Mm-hmm.
get to a point where if they keep relying on him, the goals will dry up. It's
Yeah.
not realistic for a full marathon. So I don't see them making it into the top four.
Wow. And you don't have them in your top four.
No, I don't see them in the top four.
Wow. Hmm. So Vilton. So between Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea, and Everton, who was the better transfer?
Well, if you're talking about an overall, you
Yeah.
would have to be honest with you, you would have to say Manchester City, with because they bought a center back named Ruben Diaz who's supposed to help them out in defense because they've been really really bad last season. Last season, if they just could stop leaking goals, they could have challenged Liverpool more for the Prem last season. And they also bought Ferran Torres, who's a really really good winger to play. He's not Sane. You're not
Mhm.
gonna find a player like Sane that rare, but he's a decent signing to for what they used to.
Yeah.
But overall, if you're talking about who team had the best transfers, it's Chelsea. It's Chelsea. Like it has to be Chelsea. You bought the likes of the German Zidane, like you always say.
Kai
Team,
Havertz, yeah.
team,
I think I'm my boy. I think I'm my boy.
Timo Werner, Thiago
I
Silva,
get Kai a lot. I get Kai a lot. I get him a lot.
Ben
Uh,
Chilwell, Mendy. Like
mhm.
Chelsea had the best transfer window, but I would also say Arsenal too. Well, to the extent I didn't see that coming. I can't believe Atletico Madrid let Partey go away like that.
I'm shocked
I
that
was shocked because I didn't see because I always thought Arsenal was gonna go for Aouar. I didn't think they were gonna go for
I think
Partey.
also Azimuwa left last minute. He decided last minute that he doesn't want to go, want to stay in Lyon.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's a big win by Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
And my final thing is Manchester United. My
No, we
goodness,
talk about no,
bro.
we're gonna talk about United. Just chill, bro.
No, I was gonna talk about the transfer. I was gonna tell you about the transfer. My
Mm-hmm.
thing with Manchester United, right? Why I get it. They signed a left back, right? Telly's Brazilian.
I
He's
rate
a left back.
my lord. Wait on. I rate that guy a lot. I rate a
He's
lot.
good. But my
My
thing is
top three man,
after
top
what
three.
Harry Maguire did last weekend, you telling me you can't sign another center back? Are you kidding me? Like, bro, like who is running this club? I really want to know who's running this club. Does this club even care anymore about like this the way the football fan are seeing them? Like this is embarrassing. You signed Cavani's a really good signing. He can get you goals. He's better than Igalo in my personal opinion. Cavani's better than Igalo, but I
Cavani,
just
Absolutely.
I just
Morata 2.0.
yeah, he's better than Igalo. But to me, Manchester United, you should have signed another center back. Instead of trying to sign Sancho the entire transfer window, you should have looked to buy another center back. Because
But
Harry
what's this thing
Maguire
about
and
signing a
Lindelof are
better
not your
partner for
guys.
Maguire?
Huh?
What's this thing about signing a better centre back partner for Maguire? How about realizing that Maguire is the actual problem?
My thing with Harry Maguire, don't get me wrong, they spend 80 million pounds on Maguire. We all know Maguire's not worth that much
And
money.
so it doesn't mean
Cause
anything. He's not good enough.
RDS is coming in, guys. Red Devil is coming in.
Red Devil CEO, please bring him in. He needs to explain this because I just don't get it. You need a center back because Lindelof and Maguire they can't do it for you. I'm sorry, they can't. You just rely on your attacking prowess. If
I
Pope
totally
like
agree.
Pogba was in shambles over the weekend. That was probably the worst performance I've seen from Pogba in a long time, man. That was just disgraceful for a World Cup winner. Oh my goodness, the team just looks. If I'm a Manchester United fan, I'm worried. I'm worried. This is bad. Like this is really bad. I don't know where the club future is at. All I
Beautiful.
can,
We'll talk about United. That's chill. Chill. Don't worry. We'll talk about United. United is another topic entirely. We'll talk about United. That's chill. So
but
let me
the
go to
other
United himself. Who was about that transfer? I know you're gonna rant about
no
United.
no no. My thing is Manchester United fan. They want transfer to come in, right? Obviously, but the
Mm-hmm.
problem is they have so many players on high wages budget that they can't just bring new players like how they want to. Because when
Mm-hmm.
you have the likes of Jesse Lingard, Marcus Rowell, Phil Jones, who else? The goalkeeper, Romero, like all those players. Well, they're just so Chris Smalling. All those players were on really big wages. Like
Yep.
you can't just like expect the club to keep spending money if you don't sell those players, and no club wants to take those players because of their wages.
Yep.
That's the other thing too.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Abdullah, what was the question again?
Can, can,
So let
can,
me go.
can, can, can I just
Finish
say
up.
something? It's weird,
Mhm.
right? We're talking about the transfers, incoming, the players that United got at the end of the day. But according to the latest news, I think I saw it on Daily Mail or something. It reports that none of the players that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who actually wanted was signed by a good order. Every single player he signed was never on the list
Wow,
for
that
Ole.
Do you
that's
guys want to hear the list?
yeah. I want to hear the list.
Let's
This
decide.
is
I think
this is
let,
this
let's
is
let,
only.
let's go to inside for next now. Next. So before you go to United, who do you think has a better transfer? United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal, Everton, and Leicester City. Who has a better transfer?
I
And
feel
this
like
and based on this player that you've seen out of this each club, who survived the most out of all of them? Who?
I feel like if you look at the transfer, so I feel like there's two things you need to look at. You need to look at the quality of players that's coming in, but
Mm-hmm.
also you gotta look at like did the team sign players they need. Like for example, um, I'm gonna use United as an example. Like
Mm-hmm.
Donny Van de Beek, was that a player that Manchester United desperately needed? You were thinking,
No,
no,
No.
is he a
no,
quality player? Yes.
no.
So
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
in a sense that's where you had to look at the transfer window in terms of who won it. I feel like Everton had a brilliant transfer window. I feel like Tottenham had an unbelievable transfer window. I feel like in terms of like who won the transfer window, Tottenham has to be at the top because the players they have bought and then in the areas they desperately needed. I think they're like one player away from having the best transfer window that Tottenham has ever had because they were in for Skriniar and they couldn't get that center back. They would have got that center back. That would have been an unbelievable transfer window. If we're gonna be honest, Chelsea killed this transfer window. They made a statement. Their board and the owner made a statement, and they they were not messing around this summer. They were not messing around at all. The players they signed was they
Fine,
signed.
how about Simo Bena? I'm just gonna
Yeah,
pause.
so they sign players, and the thing is, like towards the end of the transfer window, they still wanted to continue signing players. I know they were
Mhm.
after Declan Rice, and
No, the
they were.
problem with Declan Rice was we wanted to sell Antonio Rudiger to Tottenham Hotspur, but he refused to go. That was the reason Marina Ganasia backed out of Declan Rice. Immediately she backed out because
Yeah,
Lampard said he wants a proper DM, someone that can support Ugolo Conte. And that was
and
the
yeah,
but since Rudiger does not wants to go to Tottenham Hotspur, then Marina was like, no, 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 no. We're gonna get
uh,
it next year. We're not getting this year anymore.
and I think what is like really people maybe forgot about in terms of Chelsea and their transfer window is not the amount of players they brought in, is of who they have sold. They sold
Mm-hmm.
players that like, you know what I mean. Like I didn't believe they could possibly sell, like Bakayoko and all these type of players they sold, and I'm like, it's very. is actually interesting how they did it. And then, so I feel like Chelsea's up there as the team that won it. You can say Everton, but but also thinking maybe you know, yes, they bought Alan Decore and they bought what you call it, James Rodriguez, but you're also thinking, maybe they should have spent more in terms of maybe a center back or a better goalkeeper. Like, because I feel like goalkeeper is a crucial area where
Yeah.
Everton should have invested in, and there were goalkeepers out there that was available.
They bought
And
Robin.
sorry,
I think they bought a
Everton
goalkeeper.
got,
Yeah,
yes,
that's what
a goalkeeper, Robin Olsen, the Swedish
Robin Olsen.
goalkeeper.
Yeah,
oh, so they signed a goalkeeper then.
yeah, they did, they did.
Yes, they did
More or less
on
a
deadline
backup.
day.
More or less a backup still.
Yeah,
Backup. Mm-hmm.
I mean they needed a goalkeeper that's better than Pickford, because Pickford was. I've watched all of pretty much all of everything games, and the
He's with
goals they
suspect. He's with
conceded,
suspect.
the goals they conceded, almost 90% of them was literally down to Pickford.
Mm-hmm.
He's an absolute shamble. So they could have done better. I feel like Chelsea, they did their job. They got a center back, they got a goalkeeper, they got a midfielder, attacking midfielder slash, and they got a striker in Timo Werner. They got a left back that they desperately needed, and Chilwell. And I feel like Chelsea, yes, if we're gonna be honest, Chelsea has won this transfer. I I feel like, and then let's be honest, that there's only one team that absolutely uh, was disaster in terms of the transfer window, and that's Manchester United. What's crazy? Even Aston Villa, people forget Aston Villa did a fantastic job in the transfer window. They bought Barkley. They bought the new striker that scored a hat trick in the
Yeah.
championship.
Yeah,
Only
Watkins,
Wilkins, only Watkins, or
Yeah,
Watkins.
Yeah,
Watkins.
he's a
That's
really good player.
Watkins, yes.
And they also bought, in my opinion, the better.
They bought Bertrand
Cash.
Traore from Lyon, from Olympic Lyon.
And then
Olympic Lyon.
they
Bertrand
also,
Traore, the
they
former
also,
Chelsea player.
they also bought the Arsenal goalkeeper, the
Yeah,
Martinez.
that's good. Emiliano Martinez. Wow, that's a very
Absolutely,
fantastic transfer.
absolutely. One, in my
Yes,
opinion, he's a better goalkeeper than Leno.
Emiliano
Yeah.
Martinez.
So did Spurs too. Spurs got Regulon and Gareth Bale. That was pretty good
Yeah,
signing
so
too.
I feel like, let's be honest, guys. There's only one losers of the transfer, and that's Manchester United.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
But like I said, you guys still got some quality player. Vendel Beat, Alex Telles, Diallo, Cavani. Those are, but the
but then
problem is
Vilton,
those are not
th-
the players that you need.
but
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. That's the players that those were not the players that was on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's list.
Yeah,
And
that's
then let's be honest. If Manchester United has the money to spend $40 million on Van de Beek, 25 on Telles, spend another 40 million on a player that's not coming into January, and Adam Traore from
Mm-hmm.
Atalanta. We spent 40 million on Adam. I mean, the amount of money
that's
we
why
have
I'm
spent.
wondering who is
Uh,
deciding the players. Is it the coach? Is it the board? Is it the
Wait,
transfer
guys,
director?
we're gonna talk about United. Guys, we're gonna talk about United. Let's see United. So let me come to the boss now. So between Tottenham Hotspur, Everton, Leicester City United, Liverpool, and the Co. So what's the better transfer? And out of those players and those teams, who's gonna have like a lot of squad depth and who's gonna last longer? Because we know those kind of players they need time to gel. But who do you see coming victorious out of those players and those
I
teams?
think, I think, I think Chelsea had the best transfer window, because Chelsea pinpointed the areas of of need. They needed a left back. They were crying out for a left back. I'm a Chelsea fan. I
Don't
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 rate
mention don't
Alonso.
mention that guy. Just don't mention his name, please. I'm begging you. Don't mention
I,
his name. No, please,
I
please.
don't.
Don't mention
Okay,
his
okay,
name,
okay,
please.
okay, okay,
Please
okay, okay.
don't mention his name,
I
please.
don't,
Please.
I don't rate that number three at all.
Thank you,
At
thank you.
all.
Just don't mention his name. Thank you.
He's just something else. I don't also rate Emma, although Emerson is actually slightly better than him. So
Mm-hmm.
they needed a left back. They got Chilwell. They
Yeah.
needed a center back of experience. They got Thiago Silva, who,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, is alongside Virgil van Dijk in as the best defender in the Premier League.
Adam, no, it's too early. It's too early. No. It's too early.
That,
Come
that's
on.
that's my that, that, that's my that.
You're saying he's no,
It's too
come
early.
on,
It's too early.
please.
It's too early. No.
Thiago is better than Virgil van Dijk. Come on.
I don't think so. It's too early. It's too early. It's too early.
No, I said no. I said
That's reaching.
I said no. I said alongside Van Dijk is the best
Alongside Van Dijk.
defender.
He's
Yes,
not
that's what I
tried
said.
anything. He's played one game and got bantered in that game and conceded the goal against West Brom. That's not elite. That's not elite defending material right now. So if you're going to judge him on a Premier League performance right now, he's no different than probably Harry Maguire.
Wait, guys. There's an echo right now.
I think that was echoing.
Well. So as I was saying, they got a left back, Chilwell. They got an experienced centre back, Thiago Silva.
Mm-hmm.
Now they needed a clinical striker. They got Timo Werner.
I don't know.
They needed a creative player, someone that can break, like break down the defense. They got Hakim Ziyech and Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is
the German Zidane.
Wilton, stop that, man. Stop that. Leave the guy alone, man. Leave my guy alone.
Havertz is someone that understands space, where they space, how to or when to get the ball, when to move, when to he's a very intelligent player. For me, the best signing in Chelsea that Chelsea did has not actually kicked a ball in anger.
Yeah, that's his name is
Ziyech.
Hakim Ziyech. Yeah.
The Premier League is not ready for Ziyech. Ziyech is on par.
You sound like Double H, bro.
Yeah.
Wait. No, wait. Just calm down. Ziyech. No, I know I might be. Wait. I might be exaggerating a little.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, but I am very sure. Months later, I hope that maybe if I'm not on this show, you guys are going to remember that I said Hakim Ziyech is on the same level, passing level.
He's injured now, so he has to be foot fed before we can even say we can even see him play. He's been injured, but we have to see him play first. He's been injured. So we have to give him time to recover.
Yes. But what I have seen from him, that guy is his passing accuracy is just ridiculous. It's insane. So Chelsea have had the best transfer window.
Yeah.
Then for me, followed by Tottenham. Then followed by Tottenham, and then Everton. James Rodriguez and Carlo Ancelotti has changed Everton's fortunes.
Well, it's only been not 3-4 games, so I don't know. Because at the end of the day, the league is a marathon. It's not a sprint. That's why I'm not really hyping up any teams right now.
I think you're echoing.
Yeah, that's not.
Because with that kid, Marvelous, when he said Arsenal was going to win the Prem, I was like, okay.
That's my better.
Yeah.
That guy's trolling me.
No.
I think you're echoing Vilton. Maybe check your mic. I think
it's my mic?
It's my mic? Check your mic. I think you're echoing a little bit. So before you fix something, let me go to Red Devils. Red Devils Studio.
Someone still what we should do, Abdullah, everyone mute their mic and then we'll just start to find out who's the one that's echoing.
Yeah, because I hear the echo. Yeah.
So everyone mute their mic and then we'll turn them on one at a time.
Okay.
All right, can everyone hear me?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
not hearing any echo. I'm not hearing any echo.
It's not me. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. It's not me. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, whoever's just turned on their mic now, it's you.
Yeah, whoever just turned their mic on, that's the one that. Yeah, whoever has a mic on right now.
You know what? Maybe just be easier. Just Abdullahi, what you should do? Everyone just mutes their mic while you ask people to speak. That's the
So,
best way to do it.
mute your mic and when you're ready
So
to go, unmute yourself and talk.
yeah, we'll do that. That works.
Okay. So maybe let's go to Red Devils first. So like as a United fans now, so who has a better transfer between all those teams? Leicester City, Liverpool, Everton, Arsenal, Tottenham, Man City, and Chelsea. Who has a better transfer? And who's gonna have a successful rate of players that have signed and gonna survive in the EPL?
So what I think. Still, is that you, Abdullahi?
Yeah, it's Abdullahi out there.
Abdullahi, are you the one that's echoing? You might be the one that's actually echoing. Actually,
I think
it's you, Abdullahi, man.
Is it me?
Yeah.
I think it's you, Abdullahi.
Oh,
because is everybody else mic muted in here?
Yeah, it seems like I can't hear anybody else. It was just literally just me and Abdullahi, and it's not me.
Yeah, I'm not echoing. Am I echoing right now?
No.
So
am I echoing?
No, you're not.
You're fine now.
Okay. I just want to be sure maybe it's me or not.
I think it's the Marino guy or the other guy.
Is it you? Is it Saeed? I'm not sure it's Saeed. I'm not sure.
No, Saeed has his mic muted.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think it's the Marino guy or the other guy.
I don't think it's offside. Because she already put her mic already. I don't think so. So go ahead.
Okay, so it's the Marino guy then.
Okay. So yeah, because I can't hear you. So Abdullahi, just go ahead.
I said, who do you think has a better transfer between Liverpool, City, Everton, Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, and all this kind of team? And who's gonna survive more with the caliber of player they've brought into the EPL? Who has better successful rate in those teams that I've mentioned?
So who's had the best transfer window? Is that your question, basically?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So objectively, on paper, Chelsea clearly had the best transfer window. So they effectively bought a new team in the space of one transfer window, and in the space of two transfer windows, arguably a full team. So there's no doubt that Chelsea had the best transfer window because they brought in the most players and let go of a few. I think that's fairly objective, and they bought players to completely change their team. The only real thing you could say with Chelsea really is just the players that they brought in over the last two transfer windows. It's just whether they are whether they can stay fit. I think it was the boss who was speaking before about how Ziyech was going to be cool. Well, that's great, but Ziyech has been injured for quite some time now. Pulisic has also been injured for quite a bit. So
he's back.
He's back. No, yes, he's back. He's back, but he has issues with injuries. So my point is that it's all well and good to talk about talent of a player. That's great. That's cool. But if they keep on getting it's like I think, for example, Bailly is still the best centre back United have. But if he gets injured every so often, then at the end of the day, you're not playing, so you're not contributing to the team. So for me, the big thing of all of Chelsea signings, I mean, Chilwell, I think injury record is okay, but even then, Chilwell was injured at the start of this season and early at the beginning for Leicester. He was one of the players that was out injured as well. I'm not saying all Chelsea players are injury prone, but Chilwell probably less compared to Pulisic. Ziyech looks like he's been injured quite a bit. Thiago is obviously 36. Havertz is fine and Werner is fine. So I'd say Havertz and Werner are the players that you're looking at, right? Okay, you're looking at these guys to really make the difference on a consistent basis. And obviously Mendy, the keeper. So yeah, I guess I would say in conclusion, I think Chelsea have had the best window, but I think there are consequences to the amount of people they brought in a sense of one, some of the players look like they have issues with injuries. Two, just the integration of all those players into the squad is going to be it's going to be quite challenging. And three, I think, which is the big thing, is just how the new keeper Mendy is going to be because he's obviously he didn't have to do anything against Crystal Palace, but that's Crystal Palace. You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see how he will go against some of the bigger teams because essentially Chelsea is starting another season with a completely different back four, back five. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, Chelsea's had the best window.
Yeah, and yet Chelsea fan telling me their season hadn't started yet till Ziyech play, so I'm gonna wait.
Well, I mean, it's got to start at some point because Ziyech comes in like 10 games in, like he doesn't. Like if you lose your next couple of games, it doesn't matter if he comes in like in game 12. You know what I mean? Like his games pass. So he's got to come quickly. Because like it's no good a player coming in, at the end of this, like midway through the season to make an impact, unless you're Bruno Fernandes. But as what it is.
Yeah,
I
but
think it's
Bruno.
injured. That's the reason we need to give him time to recover first before we can even talk about him. He has to be fully like 100% fit first. Because I know he's a very good player, but firstly, he's been injured. It's gonna be a risk playing him like with the injury and everything. He has to be fit first. If it's gonna be like 5 or 6 matches out, 10 matches out, I don't mind. He has to be 100% fit. Then you can say the full effect of him acting the If he's not fit and we are risking him, we're ready to play the preseason without him. So we have
All
to
right,
let him fit first before we can even play him.
okay, Abdullah. Let me ask you this question: if Chelsea doesn't win any trophy this season, would you say it's a failure season? Because the only
like
trophy
I
that
said,
you have now are the FA Cup, the Prem, and the Champions League.
yeah, like
Those
I
are the
said,
three trophies you have left.
when the season before the season, I said I already told the studio, and I told that I said, as a Chelsea fan, I'm not even expecting us to win the league. I said it. I already said it. We're not gonna win the league. It's already Liverpool. Liverpool's gonna win the league. I said it. If they buy Thiago Alcantara, they will win the league. I already said it. So I'm not even talking about winning the league at the moment. But what I'll call an achievement this season is gonna be finishing either second or third, but not too much gap in between first and second. If it's like 15 points or 10 points, that's too much for me. So I want the point gap to be more different than the last season. Point gap is way too much, way too much, way too much. I want the point gap.
It's been like that for 2 years now. Wait,
Yeah, so I
who's
want the point
making
gap to
that
be like
noise?
to be more easy, like 3 point or 5, but that's fine. We can cope with that. But like 10 points, 15 points, that's way too much. Nah, that's too much. That's too much. But for me, I think winning the FA Cup is good success
Yeah,
for
wouldn't you say the FA Cup's a must win now?
I think I wouldn't say it's a must, but I think it will be classed as a success based on the players we've brought in and the kind of transfer we've had. I would say winning the FA Cup now will be a very tremendous success for the players, for the new players who are just coming in, and those youth players from someone like Mason Mount, Rich James, Tammy Abraham. So it's gonna boost them the confidence for them. It's gonna boost them a lot. It's gonna be a very good season winning the FA Cup. You can build on that for the upcoming season.
And I feel like in the Champions League, you guys gotta make the
Right, yeah, we have to do
quarterfinal.
better. Like I already said it, we have to go past the quarterfinals.
Yeah,
At
you
least
have to.
semis.
Yeah, you have to
At
make the
least
semis
semis.
at least.
That is a success for me. At least semis. That's a success for me. At
Can I
least
can I
semis.
can
Go
I
ahead.
can I
Okay,
say
go ahead.
something? Yeah? I'm actually surprised, Abdullahi, that you hold this position now. I remember earlier you kept on saying Chelsea have to win the Premier League, Lampard has to win the Premier League and all
I,
that.
I, I, I think I told you that. I
Because
said I'm not expecting too much from us this year. I already said it. Liverpool's gonna win the league. Like I said, I told you guys if you can remember very well. No Thiago Alcantara, they are not winning the league. Now they have Thiago Alcantara, they are winning the league 100%. Not, I'm not even gonna 100%. I don't even think anyone that said they're not gonna win the league because they have a very superior player in Alcantara who can win them the league. So having Alcantara now is a positive for them winning the league. So a success for us this year is going to be finishing either third or second. The point gap has to be low, not too much point gap, and like going find the Champions League at late minimum semis. That's a success for me. And winning the FA Cup crown everything off for me.
Okay, so the Premier League is a no for Chelsea this season.
At the moment, no, the player needs to go for me.
and Chelsea is already out of the cup competition, so that leaves Chelsea
Exactly.
basically to just the FA Cup, more or less.
I mean, let's be real. You're out of the Champions League competition as well, so
We
you
haven't
can
even
discount.
chill.
You can discount the Champions League.
Sevilla,
Discount that out.
Sevilla,
Very
So really, it's just Premier League and FA Cup. Really, that's
right there with chill, man.
Wait, you
You're
don't
not gonna
wait.
We're not even in the
You're not going to win
top
the Champions. You're not going to win the Champions League though. So
We don't know that though. We don't
You
know
don't know that.
that.
Nice. Anything
we do know that though. We do. I can
Okay.
put it. I can put. If you want to put me to put money on it, I could do that. Chelsea are winning the Champions League this season.
No,
for that, I cannot.
no, I'm not saying
We
they
don't
are,
know that. We
but
don't know that.
We do know that. We do. Let's be real.
No, we
Come on,
don't.
come
We
Wait,
on,
the
don't.
guys.
boss,
No, we
move your
don't.
mic, move your mic.
Chill.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Please, the boss, please.
The echo's coming from the boss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Abdullahi, let me
In
ask you a question though.
Okay, go on.
My question is, why do you think Chelsea won't challenge for a league this season?
The reason I said we're not challenging for the Premier League this season is look at this players
Wait,
we
wait,
got.
wait. Before I interrupt you, who's making that noise?
It's not me. I don't think it's me.
What noise is that?
It's like somebody squealing something against the
Yeah. I
mic.
think someone has to move their mic. If I think it's too much echoing, but I don't think it's for me though.
No, it's not the echo. It's like somebody squealing something.
I think it might be offside. I know that you come on
Nope, it's
sometimes.
not me.
That is, you sure it's not you? It's either you, Abdullahi.
Mute
It's
your
not,
mic
is it
quickly
me?
outside. Mute your mic quickly outside.
Oh, okay. So,
I
like the
hear it now.
question
You
is,
hear it now, right? I
is it
hear
me?
it. I think so, Abdullah. I think it is
Okay.
you.
Let me mute myself.
Yeah, it is you,
Yeah,
Abdullah.
it's Abdullahi.
Yeah, it's
It's
Abdullah.
Abdullahi.
It's like somebody squashing something against the mic. I hear it now. Wait, offside. Mute your mic real quick.
Nothing. What I can hear from my own end is like it keeps breaking or something, but I don't know what other sound you're talking
It
about.
might be a connection thingy. Oh wait, okay, yeah, it's offside.
Yeah, it's offside. It's
Okay.
not you, Abdullah.
So, guys, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear it.
yeah, yeah.
No, I think what yesterday was asking me, like I said, is because we have too many young players who need to be adapted to the EPL, how the EPL has been played. Someone like Kai Havertz, Timo Werner. So they need to like kind of understand how the EPL is being played. That's why I said at the moment is a no for me because being a Chelsea, I cannot put my hopes up and say I'm not gonna be stupid and be crazy and say we're gonna win the EPL. No, I'm not doing that. No. Because under I would say 2004, 2005, we have a very good player, a very good squad who can challenge for the EPL and we won it. At the moment, those players are too young in Kai Havertz, in Timo Werner, Ben Chilwell. Those players are very. I'm not saying Ben Chilwell, but those two players are very young and they lack experience in the EPL. So we have to give them time to play just to build chemistry first, and the cohesion between them has to be what.
Okay. Would you say Leicester City had any experience when they won the Premier League then?
I think I would say Leicester City. Maybe I would say maybe luck and because of Tottenham Hotspur were kind of that season they were just not too good under Mauricio Pochettino. That was why the reason they won the EPL.
Because I don't know. Because let's be real. It's Liverpool, City, then Chelsea. I don't see United winning the Prem, and I see maybe Spurs making a late top 5 or top 4 place.
That's why I'm keeping my hope. Keeping my hope down.
But
being a Chelsea player, we're not going to win this year.
I really think that Chelsea closed the gap. I really think
Me
they
too.
did. They just have to
Me
perform.
too.
You just have to perform. Because if you don't win the Prem this season, next season you have to win it. There's no excuse next season. You gotta win it next season.
But Vilton, it's like, let's be honest, is look at the squad they have. The squad they have, if you think about it, I'm not gonna lie to you. Me as a United fan, I am extremely jealous with the squad that Chelsea has. You have Tammy Abraham, you have Giroud, and you had Timo Werner fighting for a striker position. You had Havertz, you have Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech, fighting for the number 10
You
position.
used to have a ton of dough, now he's on loan to Bayern. And you have
No,
Pulisic. Pulisic, he's
the
still out.
Hudson
No,
Odoi is still here.
is still at Chelsea.
Oh, he's still at
He's still at
Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Who said loan? Who said loan, man? Come on, man. No Bayern to give me 100. I want to buy Sancho. Give me 100. I want to buy Sancho, man.
Yo, look. So look, they have Pulisic that's injured right now. He's coming back. Then you have Callum Hudson-Odoi that he's still there, and then they have Kovacic, and then they have Angola Kante in midfield
Yeah.
and Jorginho.
The
Then
squad
they
is
have.
pretty
You still have
ridiculous.
Gilmore.
Yeah.
Gilmore, you're forgetting Gilmore.
I mean, the squad is unbelievable. Let's be honest. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, I
That
see
squad
why.
is unbelievable.
I see why Chelsea fans are saying they got to do the treble.
I'm not at the moment. I already said it. I'm not.
They're not doing any treble, man. Come on.
Okay.
There's no treble
Since
here.
But they could challenge though.
okay.
That's my
So
point.
if you guys were to make a top 5 list favorites that you guys think gonna win the Champions League, Chelsea's not on that top 5 list.
No.
Wow. Wait, Red
No,
Devil. I'm
wait,
curious.
Red
Name your
Devil,
top 5.
Red
No,
Devil,
Red Devil. Make
Mhm.
your top 5. Make your top 5.
My top 5, it's easy. So Bayern Munich,
Okay.
Liverpool, PSG are still there, irrespective of what you say about their, flopping thing. They got to the Champions League finals and they're doing more of a squad. And to be honest, I would probably think who else would be above?
Liverpool.
There's 2
It was-
spaces. No, he said
There's
3
two
teams.
places. No, I would say if the draw goes the way and the way that he played, I'd certainly put like RP Leipzig there because
Are we Leipzig to win the Champions League?
No, no. Well, if we're going to be to win the Champions League, they need to be in the final, right?
Yeah.
So for me, Nagelsmann, people are, the quality. Yeah, you're looking at quality of players, but I'm looking at the manager. Nagelsmann is whatever you say is a far superior manager, in my opinion, to Frank Lampard. So the fact that he got, I mean, you're telling me that the RP Leipzig team last season was better than the Chelsea team.
No,
So where did Leipzig finish? They got to the semi-final, didn't they?
But look what happened though. Okay.
But Red Devil,
I believe that Nagelsmann's a better coach than Thomas Tuchel. I just think that PSG won because of the quality that they have, the likes of Neymar and Mbappe and Di Maria. I think that's what they beat. That's what they purely beat Leipzig.
Let's be honest.
I just don't see how Leipzig is a top 5 contender to win the Champions League this year.
That's what I'm saying in terms of getting to the Champions League, because what I'm saying is in order to win a Champions League, you need to get to the Champions League final.
Yeah.
And it's more than just quality, it's also about like how the coach does his tactics. So the way I sort of see it is with Chelsea is that like even if they do have more in quote talented players now this season, I still don't trust Frank Lampard, especially over 2-legged period, to get to a Champions League final. Whereas I would with Nagelsmann with this RP Leipzig team. More so.
Red Devil.
Okay, so who's your 5th team?
Red Devil, let me put it this way.
Wait, Red Devil, who's your 5th team then? You said, who's your 5th team? You said PSG, Bayern, Leipzig.
Let me just quickly see that because there was one other team. Just give me 2 seconds. Let me just look at the Champions League.
Okay, so guys,
I'll give you a second. Give me 2 seconds. Go on, Abdullah. You can speak.
Abdullah, let me jump in real quick. Because I agree with Vilton. Because, like, for me, like, I feel like looking at last season, I feel like last season was just an anomaly because you had Chelsea. They played against Bayern Munich. And let's be honest, Bayern Munich destroyed every single team they played against. Even in the Champions League, I felt like that was a good game. But then once Bayern Munich went up, the game was over. Bayern Munich took control and it was game over. So, and then you look at RP Leipzig. Yes, they did well, but then look how they were very fortunate because they were on a side of the draw where they only played Atletico Madrid. And then after they beat Atletico Madrid, they played
only Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid beat Liverpool, though.
But that's true. But let's be honest.
I hate Liverpool.
I hate Liverpool. Though. I hate Liverpool. Let's be honest. I watched that game. Liverpool should have won that game.
No, they should have won the game. I agree.
I was happy.
That's the thing about football. That's what we love about football. That's the bad part about football.
And also, this is what I mean by when I'm talking about bringing the coach's tactics into it as well. So, just for the other teams, I would still probably even put the likes of Atletico Madrid and Manchester City being more likely to win a Champions League than a Chelsea team.
So that's your top 5.
That's even 6. That's 6 even. If you include Atletico City.
I agree with you to an extent, though. But like a prime example, is the Atalanta PSG game. I feel like Gasperini is a better manager than Tuchel. His tactics, he outclassed him in terms of tactics. He outclassed him in terms of tactics. But Atalanta lost that game. Why? Because the quality of players that PSG got put on towards the end of the game, that they're the one who won them the game.
And they didn't have their man striker.
At the end of the game. But the only thing I'd say to say yes is 2 things. One, for starters, they missed obviously Ilicic, who they had for various reasons.
Yeah.
But the second big thing, the important thing that's different between now, well, I don't know whether it's changed actually. Someone needs to go and confirm it. Is that as far as I'm aware, or are they still doing it? The 5 substitutions.
Yeah.
Are they still doing it?
They're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
doing it. Yep.
Oh, they're still doing it. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. No, I thought it'd gone back to the thing because for me, one of the big reasons why PSG able to do that is because they were able to use that 5 substitution rule so that you could bring on like was it Mbappe and he brought someone else,
Choupo-Moting.
Choupo-Moting that on at the same time, and bring and that completely changed the dynamic of the game to the number of substitutions they were able to make at that time. Whereas in the traditional 3 substitution rule, you wouldn't be able to do that, and so the actual dynamic of the game wouldn't necessarily change as radically as it did against Atalanta. But obviously, if they're keeping the 5 substitution rule, then okay, I'll give you that. It probably changes things slightly because Chelsea probably have a bit more depth in their squad compared to compared to like the likes of Leipzig, etc. So in that sense, okay, probably Chelsea would be
the 5th team. Yeah, because it's to
I don't
me
know
it's
if I can put them
dire.
above. I don't know if I can put them above. But can you really put them ahead of Manchester City? I still don't think you
I
can
don't
put
trust.
Chelsea
I'm
ahead of
sorry.
Manchester City.
I don't trust. You don't want Abdullah to go renting.
I know against Pep, but still, like you still the quality
I
City
don't want to
have,
talk about it.
they'll at least be in the quarterfinal semi. You know, so
Because
I don't know.
you gotta beat Lyon, man. You can't lose to
So
Lyon.
you
I
don't
would have
think any
sacked him
team
after
from
that game.
Italy have a chance?
Hmm?
No team from the Serie A.
I
mean,
no team from Serie A has a chance.
I mean, Atalanta, if they build, I think still have got a good shot potentially.
Yeah. They won every
I
game
just
so
don't
far.
see the Syria teams are not really strong right now in Europe.
They
Cristiano
won
Ronaldo
every game
clearly,
so far though.
yeah.
It's
Cristiano Ronaldo can't clearly do it by himself. We saw it. He tried against Lyon. He couldn't do it.
We
You have
don't know how
Atalanta.
Polo's going to go about things. That's just the only thing, maybe.
That's the other thing too. And plus, I don't really. It's not that I rate Pirlo as a player, but as a manager, this is your first time ever coaching a team in your entire life. So I don't really know how's that gonna work. And Inter Milan, I don't really trust Conte in Europe after losing to Sevilla, even though it's Sevilla Cup to win. But I still think Inter Milan had a better squad than Sevilla. Sevilla just had a plan and won the game. They just wanted it more.
Yeah.
So
I can
since we
see
are now
Chelsea
talking
topping
about,
that group though.
yeah,
That's the thing though.
since you guys are already talking about the UCL, let's talk about the UCL. Let me bring out the UCL too. Let me bring that out. So
But you could take Chelsea out though and put Real Madrid in that 5th spot though. That'd be a good.
let me bring out the door. The UCL door.
Oh man, I really believe that this season Zidane is doing the sextuple, man, and prove that he's the greatest manager of all time.
Nah, Zidane's Madrid aren't winning the CL. Come on, mate.
Choupo-Moting left PSG, right?
Yeah, he went to Bayern Munich. Yeah, Choupo-Moting went to Bayern Munich.
That is crazy, guys. These guys, the Choupo-Moting's agent must be the most amazing agent I've ever seen in my life, man. The guy is a fantastic agent. How do you find a move to PSG to Bayern? That's crazy.
Hey, easy Bundesliga and DBO German Cup trophy over there.
And possibly a CL, who knows?
Yeah, probably. I don't think Bayern Munich are defending their title. I don't know. I just don't think they're gonna do it.
But then who else though?
So who is going to win the Champions League?
To me, I said it already. This is my top 5 to win the Champions League.
Real Madrid will win the Champions League.
No, they won't.
I'm gonna start from my 5.
Come on.
You have to put Real Madrid, Liverpool, Bayern, Chelsea, and maybe you could put.
How can you guys be mentioning Chelsea? I'm a Chelsea fan. I don't even agree with you guys. Chelsea from
no
where?
PSG. No PSG.
And PSG.
If I pick Chelsea.
No, to me, the top 5 teams to win the Champions League are Bayern Munich, Liverpool, PSG, Chelsea, and Real Madrid. I'm not going to put Man City
Lampard
on there.
has no clue whatsoever how to win.
When was the last time Chelsea actually got to the Champions League final? When was the last time Chelsea got to the Champions League final?
Red Devil, relax.
I mean,
relax.
2012.
2012, 8 years. So somehow this season, I don't get that.
It took us. Remember, Real Madrid were in a drought in the Champions League. It took us a decade to finally win a 10 Champions League. The last time we won it was in 2002. Then we won it in 2014. So
guys, this is so what do you guys think?
United definitely has the hardest group in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
No,
They screwed
United
us
are going to
so bad.
Europa League.
Hey, chill,
Cause
chill,
So
guys.
guys,
Yasasai was telling me they're
guys,
gonna
guys,
finish
guys, chill,
first.
chill, guys, chill, guys.
Guys,
So
saying,
let me- mhm. Go
all I'm
ahead, go ahead.
saying that there's a game on October 20th, which is PSG versus Manchester United. I think it's in the Paris. That game is gonna set the tone for the whole group, in my opinion. Whatever results happen, that game will literally
Wow.
set the tone. Either we somehow luckily win two
Yeah,
one out of nowhere. We
nah,
by
nah.
a Harry
Of course
Maguire
not.
header, or either we just destroyed the PSG, or we somehow
Let me
draw
give it to Yasser.
zero
Let me give it
zero
to
or
Yasser.
1-1.
You don't believe that, Yasasai. You don't believe that.
Hey, you had to have hope, man.
Except you
You
guys,
had to have hope.
except you guys got awarded the penalty kick. You have zero chance. Zero chance.
Hey, I will play five in the back.
Zero.
I sit 11 men
So guys,
back,
guys,
man.
chill. Hold on, okay. So let me go with Bilton first. So this is Champions League duel now. So between those teams, who qualifies in Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D, Group E, F, and GH.
Okay.
So
Okay.
can you see
Wait.
very well?
Can you go up? Can you go up a little bit so I can see
Okay, let me
group
go.
A?
Let me go.
Yes,
Let
so
me
I
go.
can just a little bit because I can see the team on there. Okay.
Yeah,
Can you see me now?
Yeah, I can see it. All right. Group A, obviously Bayern and Atletico is gonna qualify. Group
Mm-hmm.
B,
yes,
Real Madrid and Inter gonna qualify.
yes.
C, City's gonna finish first, and Porto. I'm gonna go. See what I'm gonna go with. This one is tricky because Porto had a good season last season. I'm gonna go with Porto. I don't think Marseille is gonna really do anything. And
Lingard
group.
is going to Porto, by the way, guys. It looks
Oh,
like it. Jesse
I'm,
Lingard.
Is
and
he?
Yeah, it's
is he?
looking like it. Yeah.
Imagine
Okay.
just Lingard goes to Porto and Porto makes the quarterfinal and United doesn't even get out the round
Oh
of
my
16.
god.
Ah,
Oh my god.
But
Bilton, can you see me? Mm-hmm.
Group D, it's gonna be Liverpool.
That's
Ooh,
that Group D. That Group D is a go for me. It's above 2.5 for me. All
yeah.
goals. Atlanta, Ajax.
Oh,
Go for
I'm
me.
gonna go with Atalanta just because all you big fat European countries took all their players away from them. But Ajax are good at building up youngsters, so I won't be surprised if they have a really relative good season again in the Champions League.
In that in that Group D, who do you think is gonna give Liverpool more troubles? Ajax or Atlanta?
Atalanta.
I think Atalanta because Liverpool high pressing might cost them. I don't know if Liverpool gonna change the type. We all know they're not, but the high pressing might Ilicic might be licking his lips right now.
Hmm. And
Papu
Zapata
Gomez.
too. Zapata
Wow.
too.
Wow. So let's go to Group A.
Group E, I genuinely believe Sevilla is gonna finish ahead of Chelsea for some reason. I don't know.
They will. They will.
Sevilla and
They
Chelsea.
will.
Supported.
Red Devil, why do you hate Chelsea so much?
I don't hate Chelsea. No, I'm just. It's just facts, isn't it? It's just facts.
Bilton,
It's just
continue.
facts.
Fact, I agree with him.
It's
Okay,
just.
Fact.
E.
It's
Okay,
just facts.
Sevilla and
Off,
Chelsea. Group
offside,
F.
offside. You have a problem with Lampard.
Group
No, no,
F
no, no,
is
no.
gonna
I don't
be
have a problem
Dortmund,
with him. It's the reality.
and Group F is gonna be Dortmund and Lazio.
She's Lampard out.
I
Lampard
truly
out.
believe that
Lampard
Lazio is
out.
gonna come out the group. It's gonna be Dortmund and Lazio, and Group G is gonna be. Oh, this one is again tricky. My goodness, I'm trying to figure out who's gonna. We all know Barca and Juve are gonna come out. I just don't know who's gonna be in first place. And Group H, obviously PSG is gonna finish first, and Leipzig is gonna come out, and
How
And
Oblak
good is
might
Leipzig.
get
Leipzig
sacked.
though?
And,
What?
Leipzig. How good are they?
and Leipzig,
Let's be
yes.
honest, guys.
There's no place
Oh,
for
by the
him
way,
to.
people
What?
shouldn't be sitting. People shouldn't be sitting on Rene's. By the way, let's. They're not like some bum team at the end.
No,
You know,
no, they're not a bum team, but
I mean, they're top of League One right now, so they can't be
yeah,
that bad.
I know Kavenga needs to come to Real Madrid already. I don't know what he's
Hmm,
doing over there.
He's
hmm,
so good.
hmm.
He's so
So,
good.
I mean, what I'm saying, if Chelsea not careful, they could end up being in the Europa League. You just
Hold
No,
don't
on.
no,
know.
no, no, no.
You don't know.
No, Red Devil. If that happens,
Eh?
I'm gonna be. If Chelsea
Nah,
doesn't get
please,
out this
please.
group, if Chelsea doesn't get out this group, Lampard has to get fired.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Like you have to get fired, bro.
If Chelsea
You're
doesn't
out.
top the group,
All right,
You
that's
just
my
don't.
2 cents on it. That's my two cents on it. I
Can
wanna
I
see
can
an
I give my
unbetter
own
opinion.
submission?
Okay, let's go
Go
with.
ahead.
Can I go?
Okay, let
Can
me
I
go
go
back.
through my own submission?
The boss, mute your mic. You're echoing.
Echo, mute your mic, please. Mute your mic.
Yeah, the
Outside,
boss
please.
can
Okay,
mute it, please,
can you
please.
go up a little bit?
Let me go up. Let me go up. Let me go up.
Okay.
Oh,
In Group
okay,
A, I
okay.
would say Bayern first, Atletico Madrid second. Group B, I would go with Real Madrid, Inter Milan. Just in that order. Group C, I would go with City, Porto. Obvious reasons. I mean, Marseille, yeah, they might have had a couple of good seasons recently, but Porto, they've signed a couple of players this transfer window that I imagine help them do better. In Group D, I would go with Liverpool, Atalanta. No room for Ajax. Liverpool, Atalanta. Then in Group E, I would say ah Chelsea, Sevilla. Chelsea top. Before you guys say I hate Lampard, I don't hate Lampard. I'm expecting him to shock me. Chelsea top, Sevilla in second place, and in Group F, I would go with Dortmund and Lazio. Lazio. I expect them to go through that very one. Group G, I would go with Juve first, and then Barcelona second. In Group H, no room for United, of course, and that would go. I would go with PSG and Leipzig in second place. No, I'm not hating though. Red Devil, just so you know, no sentiments.
Let them
But
to go last.
United,
Let them to go last.
United will just continue. They'll go back
Worry,
to
don't
they'll start
worry,
the
don't
Leicester
worry.
way.
I'm gonna give my thoughts in a second
No
after
hard
you. So
feelings.
don't
No hard
worry.
feelings, bro.
Don't you worry. I'm gonna go after you've gone.
No
Side.
football.
Keep on going.
So let me go to okay. So let me go to exercise now. So your let me go back
I
to
hope
group.
I hope we'll come back to this at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Later.
hope so too.
Yes, sir, let me go for you. So group A is let me see. So this is group A. So
Okay, so Champions League, let's go. Group A, Bayern and Atletico. So I think, let's see. I think Bayern is gonna top this group. Um, I also think that Atletico did a good job. They bought Router, so I don't know. They're gonna be an interesting team to watch, but I think they're gonna get second. Group B, um, Real Madrid, and I think Bruce from Mönchengladbach. I don't think Inter Milan is gonna be second, guys. I
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
I think Mönchengladbach is a. I was watching them during last season Bundesliga. They're a good team. They're a very good team, and I don't know. I feel like they're with the Champions League, Inter Milan Champions League, and Conte don't mix. So I can see them finishing third. They did that last season, and they went to they finished third last season. So I can see them finishing third again. Uh, Group C, Manchester City, of course, and Porto. Even though Porto lost their left back to Manchester United, Alex Telles, he I don't know if they found a replacement for him, but I think Porto is more established and a better team overall than Marseille and Olympiacos. So Group D we have Liverpool and Atalanta. I'm sorry Ajax, but I feel like there's one thing to get your good players taken from you one season, but when it keeps happening, I feel like I expect Ajax not to do as well this season because just it's not sustainable. You can't always lose your best players. So Atalanta second and Liverpool first. Group E. Okay. So just a disclaimer. I think I was on Half Hope's stream and I said Chelsea won't make it out of this group, and I said Sevilla and Rennes. Uh, but I'm gonna be honest, is Sevilla's a good team. So is Chelsea. So I think Sevilla is gonna finish first. Chelsea is gonna finish second. Rennes is third. But Rennes is gonna. It's gonna be interesting to watch them. They do have that really good midfielder in Carmen Venga. I actually really like him. He's very good. Group F, Dortmund and Lazio. In my opinion, I don't think Zenit or Club Brugge have any chance of like coming first or second in this group. Group G, El Clasico, Messi and Ronaldo, you know, back together. Finally, we got El Clasico back. Finally, not that nonsense we have in La Liga.
Relax,
Um,
relax, relax.
so we have. I think Barcelona is going to top this group. To be honest, I just feel like Barcelona just have a. I don't know. From what I see from Barcelona, they just seem like they're more. They have a more experienced manager and have an interesting direction where he's going to go to. The my problem with Juventus is they have Pirlo, and I feel like his inexperience might see him like not getting the results that he should have in this group, which is going to end him in second instead of first, and Barcelona's going to top it. And Group H, wow, wow.
Remember, be objective.
You know what? Life is about having hope, dreaming, what I mean, like going out there, like and screw the
This is gonna
prediction,
be
screw
funny.
reality, screw logic. I'm gonna go with Man United topping this group, and I have PSG coming second. I don't care. I'm sticking with it. Come on, United. Come on.
Okay. All right, Red Devil Caesar, are you ready to go?
I am ready to go.
This
I
is
am
gonna be
ready.
funny. This is
I am
gonna be
ready.
funny.
I'm ready.
Red Devil,
Abdullahi,
don't break my heart though.
scroll the
Don't break
Abdullahi,
screen
my
up,
scroll
heart.
up.
man.
Abdullahi.
Can you go on already? I have pen and paper. Let me hear what you have to say.
Well, where I need to see the needs to scroll up so I can see the full
The
the
boss,
full
please,
thing.
please. Abdullahi.
Where's
Where's
Abdullahi?
Ah,
Oh,
there he
there he
is.
is.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. So Group A. Let's have a look. It's interesting one. I don't necessarily think this is as full one because I'm interested to see how Luis Suarez is going to do at Atletico Madrid. I certainly think he will suit the way that Diego Simeone plays, and he'll have a point to prove.
Mhm.
I still, it's a difficult one, really, because I
Nah.
know people easily think Bayern or it's going sort of, but the thing is that Bayern never really played. We know how Diego Simeone is going to sort of. So bear in mind, this is just the group stage. So this is not like a knockout competition type sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
so Diego Simeone's mindset is more like, right, okay, defend, not to lose. So in a 90 game period where all you have to do is basically plug the space and defend, Diego Simeone can do that. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can't do
Yeah.
that in knockout rounds, but he can do that then, So, and he can do that both ways. Just make sure I don't lose to Bayern, home and away, fine, and then just counterattack and knock the other sort of teams, So,
He's starting to change his play style
he
though.
is, he
He's
is,
starting to change
So
it. I see Atletico attacking more now
maybe
recently.
I'll be a bit ambitious. Maybe I might say that I might give it to Atletico Madrid actually
Oh,
to finish to top the group ahead of Bayern,
but
just
it's
simply
close though.
because it's close, exactly. And I just think that like the nature of the way that it's got the home and leg, the 90 minutes and that type of sort of thing, is will suit Atletico Madrid. And I also just think that Suarez also has a point to prove, I think, this season as well. And I just think that the way that Atletico Madrid play, that will actually suit Luis Suarez more. So yeah, I'm probably going to give. Oh, Abdullah is gone.
Oh, there
Oh,
he is.
there
He's
he
Yeah,
is.
back.
he's back.
Right.
He's
He's back.
back.
Okay. So I'd say. So I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna. Can you pull up the thing again? Can you share screen the groups?
I
let
think
me pull it up. Yeah,
I
I'm
think
there. I'm
he's
there. Let me
doing it now.
pull it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me pull it up.
But yeah, I guess I think
Yeah, yeah,
it'll be definitely
confirm.
be close. But I
So you
think
really think Atletico's gonna finish first? I don't know.
it's I just think Suarez is a variable and you know
Yeah.
Bayern Munich
Yeah,
did
you
not
see it
really
now?
play a team. I can't
That's
see it, Abdullahi.
see my thing with Bayern Munich, right? Don't get me wrong, they're the best team in Europe right now, but they can be beat. Cause
Yeah, of course they can.
Lyon could have beat them. Let's be real. It's just that they were not clinical on the counter
Yeah.
attack.
The thing,
Cause they beat the press. Like
But this is the thing with this. So I'm saying this is the thing with Bayern Munich is that like much like Liverpool to a certain extent, it's clear that they play a high line.
Yeah.
They play a high line. So for me, that suits and effectively that is how they beat Liverpool because they basically they defended quite deep, very
quite deep.
compact, etc. And they basically waited for a set piece opportunity or a way to break, and they have players to do that.
Yeah,
So for me, like Atletico Madrid will do that. It will frustrate Bayern Munich. And then they'll take that. That's why I think that it's not. I think if Atletico Madrid were like open, then fair.
Yeah, can you, okay.
I can't see it Abdullah yet.
But that's starting to piss me off though. How big clubs are kind of pressing so high, but they don't play defense. I don't mind you playing high. Like I don't mind it. Like you play how you want. But it's starting to get on my nerve how when you watch a club like Bayern and Liverpool, when they press so high, they're not ready to track back so they can play defense. It's starting to get annoying. Because look at that game against Aston Villa. That was disgusting.
That was
disgusting.
I know we lost 6-1 to Spurs, but to be fair, it was Spurs and 2 were down to 10 men. It's 11 against Villa.
7-2.
Yeah, but I still think the Spur one was worse because Aston Villa has won a Champions League before. Spur have never won a Champions
Villa won a Champions League. Villa won a Champions League. Oh man. I mean, to be fair, Villa, he's got a fair point because Aston Villa won the same amount of Champions Leagues as Chelsea. So in that sense, they are effectively the same like type of status as a club. Chelsea and Villa on the same level. You know what I mean? So Nottingham Forest are bigger than both of those clubs anyway. You know, so they've won 2. So but there you go. So, but sorry, Abdullah, I can't see the thing, so I'm just gonna just Google it and then just talk that way. I don't know where you are, but
Abdullah, I hope you're okay, man.
Are you okay?
Stop that already. Stop that.
Abdullah, you might have to come in and come out again. I think maybe there's something with your connection. That's got to be the
Let me
reason.
bring that over.
Right. Okay. Let me just get the groups, and I'll just talk the rest, and then just while Abdullah is getting himself sorted out. Wait, I can share screen, can't I?
Yeah.
Let me do that way. Yeah. So rather than wait for Abdullah, first of all, I need to actually get an image that actually has the actual groups. I keep on getting ones that like say Paris and Real Madrid in the same group. I don't understand.
I think he was on the UEFA website.
Was he on the UEFA website?
Yeah.
Let me try that. 2 seconds. Champions League 2021.
I really believe that we're gonna win the Champions League this season. I just know we are.
Vilton, come on. Come on, G. Come on. Let's.
I just think we are. I just think that Juju, that Zinedine Zidane, Zizou, top 5 greatest football player to ever play the game, greatest manager of all time, bro. I think we're gonna win it.
Greatest manager of all time is a bit of a stretch, but he has done very, very well. All right, here. Can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Oh wait, Abdullah has to let me.
Yeah, Abdullah, put Red Devil. Let Red Devil show his screen.
So,
Abdullah,
I think he's trying to restart his
thing.
Yeah, you guys share screen. Yeah.
Let Red Devil share his screen. He's gonna put it on there.
Yeah. I've shared it now, so you just have to say yes to share it.
So you guys really don't believe in Real Madrid of winning this championship?
Why does it have to be when it gets to your turn, Red Devil, that this thing is happening?
I don't. Well, it's maybe it's an omen, offside. So I mean, if we're gonna go to Group B, I've got the group stage in front of me. So it's to bear this group. I think a lot of people seem to be thinking that this group is like just an easy group for Real Madrid and
It
or
is an easy group.
Inter.
That's
I
that's
don't know.
breakfast. That's lunch.
I don't.
That's
I
lunch
don't.
and breakfast.
I think that Shakhtar Donetsk in Ukraine are always tough. So I don't think that's easy at all. Inter
Yeah, but
Milan
there won't be
really.
any fans though. There won't be any fans though
It
this
won't
time.
be, but still. Um, uh, I think for as far as Inter's concerned, Conte knows that he has to deliver, and he has obviously had quite substantial backing. Gladbach obviously did quite well last season and are going from strength to strength. So I don't think any of these games are like, oh, I expect Real Madrid to basically beat these teams 4 or 5-0. I don't think that's going to happen. As well as the fact that Real Madrid's midfield. Well, actually, no. Valverde is pretty good talent. So.
No, Modric's still playing at a high level.
Modric, Modric is past his prime. He'll do a job. I'll still put Real Madrid as being top, and I will put Inter a second. I think Conte knows that like if he doesn't do anything like now, like then he's in the Champions League. He's gonna be he's gonna be in some trouble, and I think he should with the additional experience. He should be able to get something.
Yeah, something.
Guys,
I expect the Serie A this season from Inter. They gotta win it. I don't care how they gotta find a way to win it.
how much did Real Madrid pay for Hazard? Was it 100 mil?
Every time you say that, bro, it hurts my head. I get a headache every time people ask me how much.
That's another reason why they're not going to win the Champions League.
What a waste of money, bro.
You got 100 million on Hazard, and
No, we don't need a Hazard, bro. All we need is Zidane tactics. And
what you needed was Gareth Bale, and you let him go. That's
bro,
what you needed.
Gareth Bale is injury prone. He's not gonna do it. Well, watch him. He's not gonna do anything for Spurs.
Was he injury prone, or was it that Zidane wasn't playing him?
Because like I love Gareth Bale, but my lord, like the amount of ridiculous thing this guy did when he was supposed to be like getting fit.
The guy, he's a final, man.
I get that. But the guy,
what can you do?
Stop getting hurt. Stop getting hurt.
He won you 3 CLs and scored a bicycle. Like that's like the epitome.
See, that's the problem with Manchester United fan. This is the reason why you guys are suffering right now. Y'all think Old Gunner is gonna take you guys somewhere where Old Gunner just known for having that 99 winner. That's all I know this guy for. Like I don't know why Manchester United fans think he's gonna take you out somewhere. If he can't do it, just sack him.
Bro.
You know what's crazy though? Let's be honest. You know,
Gareth Bale is done. He just how do I say damaged goods? That's what he is. He's damaged goods.
So what is Eden Hazard then?
Eden Hazard, I never wanted this. Bro, I've said it and so bro. I remember when I was on Agent Hangout, I used to say I've never wanted this guy Real Madrid. I used to praise about it. I don't want this. Zidane was the only one that wanted him. The board didn't want him. Only Zidane was the man pushing for it.
Yeah,
the fans didn't even want Hazard. Because what Real Madrid, what we really need, to be honest with, is a goal scorer. If we just find that one, that's why we're trying to get Mbappe. If we just find that one person that can give us at least 30 plus goals a season, we good. That's all we're missing. Maybe we might need another defensive midfielder because Casemiro can't play every single game. We need a backup for him. But other than that, Real Madrid, a really good team. We have the second best goalkeeper in the world right now. We have one of the best.
What? Wait, yeah. Whoa.
Thibaut Courtois, yes.
He's
the second. Okay. Who is?
In La Liga?
Overall, in the world.
Alisson and Neuer are ahead of Courtois by far. They're not even in the same conversation.
David De Gea.
Well, okay, relax. After conceding 6 goals, he's not in the conversation.
Who's conceded 6 goals?
David De Gea.
Oh, sorry, him. Yeah, but like I mean, Alisson and Neuer.
Alisson.
Yeah.
Courtois is a better goalkeeper than Alisson right now at this moment.
One has a Champions League final, a Champions League, and the other one does not. In fact,
that's overall. But I'm talking about right now. Right now,
wasn't that game
against a better keeper than?
Wasn't that game against Betis the last game, Real Madrid game I saw Courtois make quite a hell of a mistake.
No, we still won against 3-2. Did you watch the Levante game? Courtois was man of the match again.
Levante, man. Levent, we're talking levels here. We're talking, being like Neuer against
but
PSG, and we're talking about Courtois the best because he saves against Levante. Now, my man, Velton, man, come on.
I get
Come
no,
on.
but I actually no. I'm sorry. Like Allison, not right now. He's not a better keeper than Courtois. I truly believe in. I will stand by it. Thibaut Courtois is the second best goalkeeper of the world right now. Like I just don't see how Allison is better than Courtois. I just don't see it.
Aside from the fact he's a Champions League and Courtois doesn't.
Yeah, we're talking about overall. We all know Pogba is better than KDB. Overall, we all know that, but the better player is Kevin De Bruyne. It's just with Messi and Cristiano. We all know Messi's the better player,
But Pogba's a World Cup, and KDB, what does he have? Not even a
no,
CL.
no,
Okay.
but that's what I'm saying. But he's the better player. I'm not talking about overall who's greater. I'm talking about just individual, right? KDB is the way better talent player than Pogba. It's not even close. It's not close at all. You know it, and I know it. Just like with Messi and Cristiano, I've always said Messi's the better player. Messi's the better player, but overall, I would have to go Cristiano for what he did with Portugal.
But Vilton, is it Pogba's fault that he's playing with Harry Maguire when he goes out to the international, he can play with Rafael Varane? It's not his fault, man. What is he supposed to do, bro? What is he supposed to do, man?
Is it the Warner fault that Raheem Sterling missed a sitter from Lyon that probably would have won them the game?
But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest. If you take out Kevin De Bruyne and you put Pogba in that midfield of City, does City not win the Champions League?
I don't know because
City not win the Champions League.
I don't know because would Pogba do well in that Pep Guardiola system? Will he feel well in that system?
Yes, I 100% think he will.
Cause France play a really like a system that works for Pogba. Cause my thing with Pep is that you have to do a specific job that he tells you what to do. Cause I don't think Pogba's a better passer than De Bruyne, and I don't think he's a better finisher than De Bruyne. De Bruyne has the only thing you could say Pogba has is probably he's a better defensive midfielder than KDB. But other than that, Pogba just has the World Cup over him, and that's what people say. That's what people say. Pogba is better than KDB because of the World Cup. But I'm not gonna disagree or agree with anything. All I'm saying, the better player is KDB. But overall, we all know Pogba is greater because he won the World Cup. But let's be real though, in that France game versus Belgium, we all know KDB played way better than Pogba. Umtiti won that game. Belgium were the better team. Belgium were the better team.
Wait. You're saying that KDB was played better than Pogba against?
Yeah, in that semifinal,
bro,
in that World Cup.
No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it, bro. That's absolutely ridiculous, bro.
What?
KDB was one of the worst players on the pitch, bro. He disappeared.
Against France?
Against
France in
2018?
Guys,
Come on, man.
Okay, right there.
Yeah, wait.
The groupies up.
Okay, you want me to vote? Yeah, because I've got to head off in a second. So,
Okay.
I've said Real Madrid, Inter for Group B. Group C, Man City, obviously. Probably Porto, I think, is the second, although it's going to be closer to them than Marseille. I think it really just depends on how Marseille work this season. They're quite unpredictable. But we'll go for Porto, finishing runner-up. Group D is very interesting, especially with Klopp's high line debate. I think like Liverpool.
I see a go in that group. The go. Atlanta go.
Liverpool. It's going to be a very. I will definitely watch Liverpool versus Atalanta because that's going to be a game that's going to be very goal heavy, especially if Adrian is still in goal. I think he's out for like 4 to 6 weeks.
No, he's out for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. I think it's
6 weeks. So that's kind of.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Courtois is definitely second best.
If Henderson. When is Henderson back?
I think it's in the England squad, though. I think it's in the England squad.
Okay, so Henderson being back will help, but yeah. So I still think Liverpool will do it, and then at the second, because I agree with I think it was Yassir that Ajax. I just think they've sold quite a bit of good players, and I just think they might struggle. Although they've got a good coach, so you just don't know. Group E. Oh, offside's not here, so you can't hear me in my Chelsea thing. Group E.
I think she's fixing her internet. She should be back soon.
Cool. Group E. it's got to be. I think it's going to be Sevilla's going to top it, and then Rene's going to come second.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
my
whoa.
Chelsea third.
Relax.
That's my
Whoa,
thing.
whoa,
That is my thing.
whoa.
I
Bro, you
think
troll.
Lampard
No,
out.
you have to be trolling. You have to be
I'm
trolling.
not trolling. I'm trolling. I'm like, watch this space, because like at the end of the day, first and foremost, obviously it was last season, but Chelsea wasn't the same group as Sevilla last season.
I
And
know,
actually,
but it's
Chelsea
different
had
Chelsea
better
this
players.
season.
Yeah,
No,
but
no, but it's different Chelsea this
Chelsea
season.
had better players than Sevilla last season as well.
Yeah.
And they were out coached by, of all people, Lopetegui. So I think that's, and obviously Sevilla won the Europa League. So wait, hold on, no, they didn't they?
Yeah, they won the Europa League.
Yeah, they won the Europa League.
Yeah, Sevilla won the Europa League. Yeah.
Yeah. So they mustn't. So,
But they lost Reguilon though. They lost Reguilon, which was a really key player
Wait.
for them winning that Europa League.
Wait, did Sevilla come? So, what position did Sevilla come in last?
No, they were not in the Champions League last season. I think
They weren't.
they
That's
were in the
why.
Europa League.
That's why. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I was like the.
They were in the Europa League last season.
Last season in La Liga, they finished in fourth place.
They finished in fourth place.
Yeah, they were gonna go to the Champions League no matter what.
Right. Okay. I see. But I'm saying like last season they were in the Europa League. They weren't in the Champions League at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the previous season before that, Chelsea were. That must have been Lamp. Anyway, ignore me. But anyway, long story short of it, Sevilla first. Now Rene's. I know that this is going to be the people. That's why people are trolling. But having seen them a bit this season, and obviously with Camavinga being there, I just think these guys could potentially cause an upset. And I think that Chelsea, they might underestimate them. And I just have a feeling. I have a feeling that they can do something in this group. So I just think that Lampard and the fact that all these players, he's still trying to integrate all these players and work out what his best formation is and who plays where and who's injured or who's not injured. You might come to cost Chelsea and they'll finish third.
Okay, let's see. I won't say a word. Let's see. Like I said,
Red Devil, why do you hate Chelsea so much, man?
I don't
have an agenda.
I don't hate Chelsea.
Let them continue. Man.
Spitting facts. That's all. Spitting facts.
Mm-hmm.
So F. So Scola Abdullahi. I can't see the fourth team in that group.
Oh, I'm coming. Let me.
Oh, sorry. No, it's me actually. Sorry,
it's
me. I'll scroll up. Okay, here we go. Excuse such a share. Dortmund.
I don't trust Dortmund. I don't really trust Dortmund that much in that group. I'm having it. It's tough.
Yeah, I know. Favre's a brick. I think everyone can understand that Favre is a brick, and it is definitely a lot closer than we think. I still do think that, like, this is the thing with Dortmund, is that on their day, and if Favre isn't stupid, like just let's Haaland play, and Sancho will be back and will be playing, etc. Then they've got enough quality and talent and goals to be able to get through this group. Yeah. The only reason why I was saying that Dortmund can't, it's not because they can't do it, it's because of Favre. Not because of actually Dortmund themselves. Dortmund should top this group easily. It's just that Favre is like, you know what? It's 2-2. Let me take off my striker. I didn't get that in the Bayern Munich game, like why he took Haaland off, but he did when it was a 2-2. It just didn't make sense to me. So I still think Dortmund will get through here. Lazio, though, I
don't know if Lazio is going to have the same intensity from last season.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's
because Immobile had a record-breaking season.
Yeah, will they carry on?
I don't think so.
No, I don't know. I'm looking at Zenit and Club Brugge. Can they really do something? I guess I'll stick with Lazio by default. So, but yeah, I think that's going to be an interesting one because they're all quite similar. I think. Lastly, Group G, it's easy. It's going to be Juventus, Barcelona to go up, but I think who's going to top it?
I would go with Barca just because they have better depth than
Barcelona. I agree. And what's his name? Pirlo just being its first, we still don't know how it's about things. So it'll be Barcelona, Juve. Now here's the group that's interesting. Here's the group. Here's the group that is interesting. Now,
You know who's
on
gonna
the one
finish
hand,
first.
on the
You know
one
who's
hand,
gonna finish first.
on the one hand, Manchester United. The last time Manchester United played PSG, we all know what happened. And no one gave them a chance.
Man, there's
You
there's
know,
split Neymar
Hey
today. There's split
man.
no
Neymar.
one
There's split
gave them a
Neymar.
chance. Well, we split name off that we know.
But
You
he
know,
was
we don't know
suspended then. But now he's fit. He's fit to
he
play.
wasn't suspended. He was injured
He was
against.
injured. Okay. Now
Injured,
he's
yeah.
fit to play. Neymar is
You
gonna
know.
terrorize that defense.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, let's be. What Neymar's going to terrorize? What did Neymar actually? What did Neymar
Neymar
actually?
is a fantastic baller. You guys are not getting Neymar. Neymar is a
What did
very good
Neymar
player.
actually do? What did Neymar actually do in the Champions League last season?
That's what I tell people. That's why I don't get people.
Tell me, what did he actually
People
do?
like just Baston. I just don't see what they see in Neymar that I don't see in Neymar. Because I'm like, if you're a PSG fan, you can't really say because you didn't have Neymar, you lost. You're up 2-0. You scored 2 away goals at Old Trafford. So all you have to do is control the game and win. So
You're
there's
playing
really no
against-
excuse.
You're playing against Fred McTominay and Tahith Chong, man.
Yeah, like you playing
Yeah,
against Manchester United B team. Like, come on now.
That wasn't actually as A team. Was it? It was a B team with like people in like
Yeah,
6'4".
Yeah,
you know.
Neymar had he gave the pass to Mbappe to get the assist against but it's Atalanta. Neymar, I'm expecting you to do that against Atalanta. And in the final, that's probably arguably his worst game I've ever seen him play in his entire career. That was bad. That was bad.
Stuff. So I don't know. United, you know, it'll be interesting to see how United will bounce off of the international break. And from what I've seen, when United are not expected to do anything or to win, they tend to actually, when they have composure, they tend to actually perform, which is weird. We do tend to perform against the bigger top sort of teams when we don't have anybody expected on us, you know. So it's going to be interesting. I still think, unfortunately, that the United will finish third. That's what I think. I do think that PSG and Leipzig will be first and second.
Sorry, Red Devil.
Yeah,
Red Devil. The thing is, I don't disagree with you, but what I'm saying is, I think our first 2 games, and to be honest, a lot of Man United fans don't like the way our schedule is set up. But then I think it could be very advantage to us in this group the way the schedule is set up, because we're playing our PSG and then RP Leipzig. We're also like back to back in terms of the Champions League days.
Yeah.
And if we somehow, some way, come up with 6 points from those 2 games, then we will definitely go through, in my opinion.
Oh, I see your point. So the way that our fixtures are lined up, we play PSG Leipzig, then we play was it Istanbul to back to back and that sort of thing. That is a fair point. That is a fair point because in fact that might actually change my view of things, because assuming that United are better than Istanbul, which they are, they'll get those 6 points, you know, in the bag, as it were. So in that sense, whereas I think that PSG and Leipzig will obviously play each other back to back, if it makes any sense, you know, so that will help, I think, regarding tactics and all the rest of it. So that is a fair point, Yasir.
The thing is, we could be, because there could be a scenario. I think we might be playing PSG in the last game of the match. So there could be a scenario where we don't need the points.
Yeah.
And PSG might not need the points.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Then we could both fill out a weaker team. And,
that's true.
You know what I mean? So
that's true. Yeah. This is the thing. You're right. It's like when we talk about these things, like you're right that when you actually play teams and where and the strategy is obviously very, very important. Like I remember good examples when I think it was actually the season when Spurs went to the Champions League final. You know, they had to win all of their games to basically qualify. I think that was to come second because they lost all their first 3. And what happened was in the final game, they were playing against Barcelona, but Barcelona had already qualified. So they basically put out a weaker team. And then Spurs obviously played. I think Spurs just beat Barcelona I think it was 2-1 or something. But it didn't matter because Barcelona topped the group and Spurs had come second. You know, so it's interesting. I think in that sense, I probably will go PSG Manchester United then. I think just purely on the fact that I don't think we're going to lose to Leipzig both games. I think we'll beat Istanbul Turkish twice. I don't think we'll lose Leipzig both games. We beat them in one at least, and we could possibly scrape a draw on PSG. And then, as Yassir said, if we're playing PSG in the last game, PSG by then will presumably have already got automatic qualification. So why would they field a strong side? In which case, Manchester United can take advantage of that or be able to draw, etc. And I think that's how they'll solidify second place. So yeah, PSG, Manchester United is my prediction.
Wow. Okay, that's
Wow.
fair. That's fair.
Based,
I
based
think
on
you've been fair because
based on
Yasser was
Yassir,
saying United's finishing first.
yeah. I think based on Yassir's logic in the gaming thing, like if we're playing PSG last, you would assume that PSG would have already got automatic qualification by then. Therefore, there won't be as much pressure on that game to get any points, etc. Weak teams, etc. So United could win or get a point and effectively secure their qualification. So I think that point, if we're playing PSG in the middle, like back to back, then I probably would have said no, we're finishing third.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Istanbul back to back. You'd expect United to at least win those, so they've got 6 points at least. You know what I mean? So whereas Rapid Leipzig are playing PSG back to back, and they can lose both of those games. So
Okay. So let's get the Blues, the boss. Your prediction for the UCS starting from Group A. Can you see the what is? Or do you want me to share the screen, or you can go with them whatever is screen?
What was that?
What was
The boss,
that?
you there? Do you want to go with RDS the screen share, or you want me to share mine? You want to share the screen? Oh, okay. So let me share the screen. So you can be able to make a prediction for the UCL duo.
Okay.
Okay. So let me share it. But there was no worries, bro. No worries.
Red Devil left, I think, right?
Okay. So I think I left. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me share the screen. So come in. Can you see it now? I'm trying to share it now. Hold on. Red Devil left already. Can you see the screen? I share it.
No, I can't see this one.
Oh, okay. I'm coming. I already shared it already, so I'm not sure if you can see it or not. Okay, so I'm coming. Oh, can someone just share this? I'm trying to share it here. I don't think. Let me see. So can someone just share the screen? Do someone have the UCL screen at the moment? Because I'm trying to share it. It's not allowing me to go. So comment.
Let me see.
Yeah, Abdullahi.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to leave, man.
No worries, man. No worries. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime, man. Anytime.
Okay. Yo, Viton, you there?
All right. Yeah, I'm there.
Oh, okay. Let I think the balls and the Messi side have left. So let me make my own prediction because I think for Group A, I'm gonna go with. I think Bayern Munich usually play high line, and I'm gonna be worried about their high line because
Yeah, that
it's
Haaland is
difficult,
dangerous.
very very dangerous, very very deep. So I'm gonna go a little bit. Atletico first, Bayern Munich second.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's tough because the way Bayern Munich play, they play, and the high line is killing them. Look at their last 2 or 3 matches they play. The high line is way too much, way too much. It's,
My thing with so is Liverpool, man. Because my thing is, I don't mind team playing a really really high line, but you
Mhm.
gotta play defense too. You gotta be ready to run back. Because that's what
Exactly.
killed Liverpool in that game. Alexander
Mhm.
Arnold and Robertson keep on pushing really high up. At one point,
Exactly.
I was asking myself, is Van Dijk playing as a central midfielder? Because they were so high up on the pitch.
Too much, too much. I don't know if it is club that asks them to play the high line or they just intentionally dig it. I
Okay,
don't know.
you could play high and I also feel like high works better if your fullbacks are really fast and they're
Mhm.
good at defending. Like Wan-Bissaka and Alfonso Davies, those players are really fast, so you
Mhm.
can get away with it. But if
Yeah,
your fullbacks are not good at defending, like Trent Alexander-Arnold, you're
it's
gonna
good.
suffer on the high line.
Exactly. So I think my second one will be, for the Group B, I'm gonna go with Real Madrid. I think I'm gonna go with Madrid first. I'm having a difficulty between Inter Milan and Mönchengladbach because Inter Milan hasn't shown up a lot in Europe, so it's giving me
Yeah,
concern. Conte has not showed up a lot. He hasn't shown me enough to say, okay, you're gonna do this in Europe. It's giving me huge concern. That is my
yep,
worry with Antonio Conte. But I
yep.
think I'm gonna go with Real Madrid, Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Inter Milan goes to third.
Mm,
Yep, it's tough. I think I'm gonna go with Mönchengladbach second, Real Madrid first.
okay.
Wow. And I also thought I'm gonna go Group C. I'm gonna go with Manchester City and Porto. I don't think Marcel has enough to pull out this, but I think Porto is gonna give Man City problem. But we could see a scenario because Man City defense doesn't look good also too. Porto could top the group. They could. It's very possible. I don't
Nah,
trust Man
nah.
City defense. I do not trust
City's
that
gonna
defense.
finish first. City's gonna finish first.
Yeah, I know City is gonna finish, but my mind is telling me this City defense is something else. Pep Guardiola is gonna make some silly mistake, silly ass mistake. It's gonna cost him. Man City finish second in that group. Wahala go deal. Big one. So I think the group D, I'm gonna go with Liverpool first, Atlanta second. I don't think I have enough to pull out the group. I think
Yeah,
Atlanta and then Liverpool will go.
yeah, man. So you guys took all their best players.
Mm-hmm. And also Group E, of course, my team is gonna go first. Chelsea is gonna go first because I don't think Rennes had that Champions League experience. Yeah, they may play, but I don't think that because in Champions League you need the experience to battle the big
Yeah,
team. You need
Red
this.
Devil was just hating. He was just hating.
Yeah, I think Chelsea will go first, and I think Sevilla will finish second ahead of because I know Sevilla has been good, but I think Sevilla doesn't that pedigree in Europe. They're lacking it a little bit in Champions. They're very good in Europa League, but I think in Champions League,
Yeah,
I don't really think
yeah,
that superpower in
yeah.
Europa League,
They're
in
not.
Champions League. So I'm gonna go with Chelsea first, Sevilla second, and my group F is gonna be Borussia Dortmund and and Lazio. I don't think
Yeah,
Zenit and Club Brugge gonna do anything.
yeah,
So Group G, I'm gonna go with Juventus first, Barcelona second. Reason is because I know Ronaldo Koeman is an experience. When you have Ronaldo was a proof of points. Anytime he
yeah.
has been playing against Messi, he has always outshine Messi. Yeah, yes, but
Well, in the head-to-head record, Messi does have a better record than Cristiano in the
Cristiano, yeah,
head-to-head
head to head,
record.
yeah. But I think in Champions League, he has far better record than Lionel Messi in Champions League.
Not really, because in '09, Messi beat him in the final. Then '11, I remember Messi destroyed us in the semifinal in the Bernabeu.
But it's tough. Wow. I think the reason I go for Juventus is just because of Cristiano Ronaldo. He's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I
He's
don't,
like
I
Mercer,
don't throw
Mercer.
that Barcelona defense a little bit. I don't throw that
Yeah,
defense. Longley
yeah.
and Piqué. I
He's
don't.
Mercer Champions League. When you have him on your team, you always have a chance to win.
Exactly. So I think I'm gonna go with Juventus first, Barcelona second, and also the Group H. I think I'm gonna go with PSG and RSB Leipzig. United are not making that in that group.
Wow, you don't think Man United is coming out?
No, they are not making it in that group because their first match they played PSG, right in the Parc de France, and the Leipzig played what's called Istanbul Baha. If Leipzig beat Istanbul, and PSB beat United. Both of them is gonna be first second.
Yeah, because
United's gonna have a
this is.
problem. Hmm.
You think if United gets out, you think they're gonna fire O'Gunner or they're gonna keep him
I
still?
think they're giving him 5 matches to service the season. If he doesn't win the 5 matches, I think he's gonna go.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm already hearing the lineup Mauricio Pochettino to take over.
I wouldn't get Pochettino just because he never won a trophy. I don't know. I would rather get like an Allegri
Exactly.
or
That's my pick. That's my pick. I wanted yesterday to talk about it, but I think he left.
yeah, he left. He has to
I wanted
go.
him to talk about it, but he left. So that's for me. I think I'm gonna go. Those are my group states. So let's just little bit of the last topic for today's this United transfer. Firstly, for me, I think the issue with the transfer for me, Ole is not the problem. I think it's the board. Yeah, I think it's the Glazers and Ed Woodward himself because the Glazers themselves, I don't really think that they care more about the sport. Unlike Gasindi of Arsenal, who doesn't even care about soccer. All he cares about American football. American football. So I think the problem with Glazers, they don't really care much about the club, like the way the fans care more about it. That has been the issue with them, the Glazers and them Ed Woodward. And Ed Woodward signing has been crap. When I mean shambolic, crap. How many months did they even use to announce Sancho? What?
Yeah, they've been going after. That's all I've been hearing about the. That's why I'm so happy the transfer window closed. If you just go on Twitter, United fan, that's all they will talk about. We getting Sancho. We getting Sancho.
Sancho has been dominating the beginning of the transfer window to the end of the transfer. For
Sancho.
the past 10 weeks, Sancho has been dominating the transfer window. That is unbelievable. Sancho has been dominating the transfer window. That's bad. It rings a bell in United States, but that's bad because you cannot be like no because I understand United's what's going United's point. They are fun the way they handle
Yeah.
stuff and everything, but we need to understand something. Chelsea has passed through that issue before. Liverpool, they've passed through it before. I think it's
Yeah.
United turn now. It's
And
United
my
turn.
thing is, you signed Sancho, but if I'm Sancho, I wouldn't go to Manchester United right now because the club is in absolute shambles.
It's
You're
a
going
mess.
to you're going to a club where the boards and the manager clearly they don't have a vision to see
They
where
don't
the
even have
club's
a
gonna
plan.
go.
Exactly.
Yeah, you see Chelsea, you see Lampard by this, but you see you see
Yeah, people
Lampard
may
vision on the
like
team.
what you say. People may abuse Chelsea and Lampard is
Yeah,
it's not the
you
man.
can
But I
you
think
can
saying it,
see Lampard
Lampard is
has a
the right man
vision.
for us. He's the right man for Chelsea because he has a plan. He has a
Yeah,
vision.
yeah, you
He
see he
told
has,
Roman,
but
"I want this." Roman gave him the money to buy it because they believe he can do it. Also, if they don't believe in him, he would have been gone. He wouldn't even take the job. But they believe in him because they know he's gonna do it and they sort it out. So that's why I
yeah,
said winning the EPL at the moment is early because the players hasn't gel yet, no chemistry yet. It's just individual brilliance.
yeah, that's all been. But my thing with Ogana too,
Mm-hmm.
Arteta, would you say Arteta is working with less than what Ogana has Manchester United?
I think Ateta is far more better coach, tactician coach than
Than
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Ogana.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think he's the right guy for it. I truly believe that if that guy didn't score that game winner against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, they wouldn't rate him this high like that. I
Mm-hmm.
think United finna still thinking, oh, this guy was on that give us a first treble ever. He might take us
Mm-hmm.
there, but at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, it's not his fault too. I can't put all the blame on him because clearly the board doesn't care. Because
The board doesn't, yeah, like I
like,
said, the board doesn't even care about the sport. That's the issue. That's the question we need to identify. Where exactly is the board and the United heading to? Where exactly are they heading to? What is their aim?
because earlier I saw that Toby and Heath and Christian Press, the Man United females, they jersey are actually outselling the female jersey, which is kind of embarrassing.
Exactly.
That's
Where
embarrassing.
exactly are they heading to? Where exactly are they heading to? Where?
Because that's why I'm like, if I'm Central, yeah, United is I tell people this right now. United is a brand. They're just big as a brand, but as a
Yeah, I think
football
I'm
team,
hearing the news. I'm hearing is Liverpool wants to get Jadon Sancho. Klopp wants Sancho. But
yeah,
my issue with
because
Sancho,
you see where
who wants to
Liverpool's
leave? Yeah,
going.
I see who wants to leave in that Liverpool team that they're gonna get Sancho. Is it Mane? Is it Salah? Who do they want to sell? Who wants to
Because
buy him?
that's why when I saw Pogba went to Manchester United, I was in shock because I'm like, bro, you just came back from a Champions League. You were in the
Team.
Champions League a year ago. You
Mm-hmm.
go into a team that has no vision.
Yep.
Because Mourinho wasn't the manager yet when he went. You go into a team that had never been to the Champions League quarterfinal during that time.
Mm-hmm.
You just came back from the Champions League final against Barca. You had your best season ever in your career. But you go to Manchester United because of the brand, because how big the club is.
Mm-hmm.
That blew my mind when he went there. And you see what's happening. No big club wants it. Maybe he might go back to Juve, but I don't think if you Barcelona or even Real Madrid or Liverpool, you want Pogba on your team anymore because this guy's in absolute shambles right now.
Yep. Exactly. 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 So that's for me. I think the problem, the issue is the issue with United is the board, not even the administration himself. Because I think
Yeah,
the player he wanted, he wasn't given the much support he wanted. It was not backed enough.
because
Because
I
now,
just want to
now
know
look at where they
who's
put him now. They're giving him 5 matches to win, or he will be sacked. Chelsea,
wow.
Newcastle first, Chelsea, followed by PSG, followed by Chelsea.
To be honest
After
with you,
that,
I thought they would have fired him after the Spurs
now I
game.
think
To
they're
be honest
giving him
with you,
5 matches, and those 5 matches are tough matches. It's not something he can win. Now he has Newcastle after the international break. He's traveling to Paris. He came back from Paris. He played Chelsea. After Chelsea, he
wow.
go back to RSB Leipzig. After that, he play Arsenal. Those are the
Because
5 matches he has to win. If he
to be
doesn't
honest
win
with
those
you,
5 matches, he's out of the door. November,
I
they're getting
I
a new manager.
I think the international break kind of might help Manchester United out too. It might
Mm-hmm.
give the players like to take their mind off because when you lose 6-1, when you play the next weekend, that
Mm-hmm.
still haunts you. You still want to come back from it, but the
Mm-hmm.
international break might take the stress out the player a little bit. When they
Exactly.
come back, they might be refreshed. But I still don't think Gunnar is the right guy for this job because this club needs an entire rebuild. It needs to be rebuilt, and then
Mm-hmm.
the new sporting director because the recruitment for Manchester United is
It's poor.
absolutely it's bad. It's bad.
It's poor. It's
Cause your
very poor.
recruitment is so bad that you relying on Mason Greenwood, an 18-year-old kid, to support the
To bail
club
you
at the
out.
moment.
Exactly. To
Like
bail you out.
to bail you out. That's
Uh,
not good. That's not. I just don't know. I just don't know what's going on with Manchester United at the moment.
it's shambolic it's poor at the moment. It's poor. So my question to you is: do you think we have been hard? People have been too much ash on Ole, or it's just like it's not just the right man, unlike Frank Lampard and Ateta who has been bagged. Do you think just because Ateta has the right shoes, Lampard has the right maybe the right support with him was being back, or maybe Ole is not good enough to be the
I
manager?
I just don't think Ole is the right man for this job because you need like a manager that knows how to like if you get I guarantee you if you get Klopp and you support him, Klopp will turn around Manchester United. Because I
Mm-hmm.
remember when Klopp went to Liverpool in 2014, he said this is the big rebuild. It's gonna take me at least 5 years, and he promised it too. He said it. He said in
Mm-hmm.
5 years, if I don't win you guys the Champions League, I'm gonna leave the club.
Yeah.
And he delivered. He
Yeah.
delivered. But my thing with O'Gunner is that I just don't see how O'Gunner's supposed to be the figure. It's like they're going by the meta. Lampard, Zidane,
Mm-hmm.
who else? I'm trying to think of like a player that Pirlo. It's like the trend is that you get a legendary player from your club, and you think your fortune is gonna change. No,
Exactly.
when Zidane took over Real Madrid, Zidane was already like the Castilla B coach for Real Madrid. He didn't just take over because of
Mm-hmm.
that. And the other thing too, people always say Zidane is lucky. You're not lucky. If you win 3 CL in a row, I
That's
don't
not
call
luck.
that's
No,
luck.
that
That's
that's
not
not
luck.
luck. That when you
I don't
guys
see how
say,
that's luck.
I
If
think
you
when you
win
guys
three
say,
CL in a row, I don't know how
mm-hmm.
that luck. I don't
when
know
you
how
guys
that luck.
Chelsea is gonna win the Champions League, that's why I said I'm not too optimistic yet. I want us to get out of the group stage. Then I will assess Chelsea from the group stage to the round of season. Then that will give me hope.
Yeah,
At the
because
moment, it's too early
yeah,
because
it's too
Chelsea
early
finished
to
the job.
predict because you don't know what's gonna happen. Injuries can happen. You don't know what's
Exactly. So I
they
want us to get out of
you
the
don't know
group
what's gonna
stage
happen.
first. Once we get out of the group stage first, that gives me confidence that now,
Yeah, and it all depends on the draw too. If you get
yeah.
like a good
Mm-hmm.
draw, like
If we
you
finish
get
first, I'm happy.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
we
If
can
you
face
finish first, yeah.
the best
But
second.
Chelsea should finish first.
I think
Sevilla,
we're gonna
because
finish 1st. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
We'll
y'all
do
should finish
well
first.
this year.
Cause
The only thing that can help us, I think, this year will be luck.
low,
Luck. We need luck.
luck. I don't
Like,
because
mhm.
well, I'm pretty sure Lampard's gonna stop playing Mason Mount after what he did against Spurs because he changed the formation. If you notice, he actually played Havertz as the number 10, which was surprising against Crystal Palace. He actually played the
Yeah, I
formation
think
that
he
he's
did.
supposed to be playing. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, though, I'm gonna cut him some slack. But I'm not gonna cut him too much slack because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be Crystal Palace, West Brom with any team that you have. You Chelsea Football Club. You should be beating those teams. The only if you playing like against a United, a Spur, Man City, Liverpool, if you have your full team, then you could make an excuse. But if you're
Yeah.
playing like a low team, you should be able to beat them on any day that you
Mhm.
play them. But back to
Exactly.
United, I don't think
Mhm.
O'Gunner's been harsh badly. I just don't think he's the right man for the job because this is a big rebuild. It's this is not going to be fixed in 2 years. And my thing with United, what I don't know if the fans like it
I
or
think
not too.
the
What
reason
what what,
I think the reason
what
Lampard for me, I think the reason Lampard was given this chance was because when we sold Eden Hazard and we have a transfer ban, it was much
yeah
difficult for us to
yeah
come back
because
up.
I think what
Mm-hmm.
he did was impressive with that team. To be honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
just making top four with that team because I didn't see Chelsea making top four
Yeah, but we
with
did.
that team, but you did.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think this guy has a vision, and you see
Mm-hmm.
he bought the players that he want. My thing
Yeah,
with United, it's like the board is like okay,
I think
defenders
the
will get
problem with Lampard is you just have to give him time to
yeah,
execute
you,
what
you
he
just have
wants
to
to do.
give him time. But I'm gonna say
Mm-hmm.
this though, next season he has to. Next season, Chelsea has to win the Premier League or the Champions League. You
Yeah,
gotta win
exactly.
something. You gotta win
Exactly.
something.
Exactly.
This
Exactly.
this season, I'm not gonna judge him too harshly this season because it's our first time with the team, so yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
gotta build chemistry. But next season, I'm expecting the Premier League or the
Yeah, he
Champions League,
has no
one of
excuse
them.
next season. He has no excuse.
Next, you have no excuse next
No
season.
excuse next season. No
My
excuse.
see what I noticed about United too,
Mm-hmm.
they would buy a player for a lot of money so their fans can be quiet about it. Because they just
Exactly.
bought Alex Telles because the fans were saying, "Oh, we wanted Sancho, but you guys are not spending," and they just bought the likes of Cavani, Alex Telles, Diallo,
My
and
God.
those are not the player that you need. You need a center back at the moment because Harry
Exactly.
Maguire and Lindelof.
Oh, but
I don't
let me
think they
ask
know
you this.
anything out of
Let me ask you this
defending.
question now. Let me just throw this question to you. What okay if United maybe like they were around November they were like fifth or sixth or seventh, and maybe Pochettino coming. Do you see Pochettino doing so well and pushing them into top four?
Oh man, because let's be real though. Pochettino's had a bad because he did get Spurs to the Champions League final, which was a
Mm-hmm.
really big achievement at the time for Spurs.
Yeah.
If I would, yeah, if Pochettino my only option, I would go for Pochettino if I'm Manchester United. But
Mm.
my thing is really any manager is going to be able to fix that club with the board because
I
the
don't
board is
think so.
unstable.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think they care about football. Like you said, I don't think they
I think
do.
United were comparing themselves to the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool. The difference between them and Chelsea is we have Marina Ganaskea and we have Peter Cech.
And you,
We have two sporting directors. And
cause,
Lampard is a former player. He knows that club in and out. Peter Cech is a former goalkeeper. He knows that club in and out. So Roman Abramovich, out of those Chelsea team, he trusts Lampard a lot and he respects Lampard. When Lampard said, "Boss, I want this," the boss gonna wait to him. He has no choice. When he said he wants him, all the players he wants, Chelsea bought it for him. Kai Havertz, they bought him. Timo Werner, they bought him. Ben Chilwell, they bought him. All those players said it. If not for Lampard, we won't come to Chelsea. They said it. Lampard
but
was he was
you
the
know
reason
what
we
I
came.
think? You know what I think is a downfall of United too. Remember
Mm-hmm.
that game against PSG? I truly believe that if they don't beat PSG, they would have sacked O'Connor after that game.
Yeah.
They would have sacked O'Connor, but since he beat PSG with a really bad United team, they put their trust in him. They said this guy could be the guy that turned a fortune around. But United rebuild is not gonna last for 2 years. It's gonna last for like it's like a 5 year,
How,
6 year
how long do
rebuild.
you think the rebuild is gonna take? And which manager is gonna rebuild it? Which manager do you think is gonna take over to rebuild that team? Which manager?
I truly believe they might get Pochettino because
Mm-hmm.
Pochettino needs a job right now. They might get the likes of Pochettino, Allegri maybe. Allegri might go.
So how
And
long can United fans wait for the success? How long? Because that
man,
team can win something. That United team can win something. All they need is
they could have won FA Cup last year. They
win
could,
something. All they need
or
is
even Europa League. They
no.
couldn't even
I
achieve to
think they
win
need
Europa League.
a proper coach that can make them
They
competitive.
do.
Yeah.
But like Jose Mourinho said
Mm-hmm.
he did his best with that club. And he did. He
Yeah.
finished second behind City and he won the Europa League with Manchester United.
Mm-hmm.
He's best with the club. So my thing
Exactly.
with Manchester United is all you could do is look at Arsenal fan. They're saying the same thing. The board doesn't want to back up Arteta. All
Mm-hmm.
you could do is believe in your manager. Like you said, maybe get like a Pochettino, a coach that's really good at tactics, not just putting players. Because when you watch Ogun on the sideline, he's not like a manager that if you're losing, you go up to him and be like, coach, like what should I do? He's not the type of coach. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, I do. I do.
when you see Klopp on the sideline, you see he's motivating his teammate. Like you
Yeah,
see, okay, come on, guys, you got to push it up, push it up. But O'Connor just sits down and just I don't think he's
exactly.
the right man for it. I just don't think he's the right man for it. If
Yeah,
I'm Manchester
exactly.
United, go after Allegri. Allegri been to 2 Champions League final in 2 years. Or go after Pochettino and see what Pochettino can give you. And the other thing, don't just fire Pochettino because he didn't win you the Premier League or take you to the Champions League semi-final in your first season. Like it's gonna take time, and the board has to back him up. If the board doesn't back you up, there's nothing you could do. If the board is buying the player that you want, it doesn't make sense. Cause who signs this player? Alexis Texas. Actually,
Alexis Sanchez.
Alex, yeah,
Oh, you see,
Alexis, Alexis
Alex
Sanchez.
Telles. Oh, Telles of the left
Like
back that
Alexis
was.
Sanchez, like $500,000. Pogba, I understand why Pogba is making a lot of money because
Exactly.
Pogba, when they bought him, he was actually one the best midfielder in the world during that time when they bought him. I
Mm-hmm.
understand his wages, but the likes of player like look at Cavani. Cavani's gonna be making $173,000 just
Yep.
going over there.
Doesn't make any sense for me. It doesn't
Like
make any
Harry
sense.
Maguire, you bought him for 80 million pounds. He's not even better than Zuma, in my personal opinion. I think Zuma's a better center back than Harry Maguire.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's too low.
No, actually, no. I actually believe that Harry Maguire is not. He just, bro. Did you see the goal that he let Spur? He literally grabbed his own teammate and let the ball go in. I'm like, that's defending 101.
That's whoa, whoa! That's too much. You have to respect Zuma. Respect Zuma. Respect Zuma.
But the way I see it, it's like Manchester United are gonna be a banter club now. Cause
Wow.
I don't get the board. Like you
I think
saw you're
their fans needs to face it. This is the
cause
time to face it. They
yeah,
have
you
to
are
face it.
so successful doing Alex Ferguson. I wonder
Mm-hmm.
what changed. Like what changed? Like
I don't know. Mm-hmm.
you're winning so many trophies doing that Alex Ferguson era. But all of a sudden you don't care about football? Is it your brand's already too big or something? Cause it's like it's a business. I get it's a business, but look at Bram. Bram could have been like, no, but Bram wants to win. He wants to win. He invests on the club and wants to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never seen the owner does that, except for the likes of PSG and Manchester. Look at Manchester City. For crying out
Mm-hmm.
loud, they're still spending money, even though they haven't won the Champions League. They're still spending money.
Exactly. Exactly. I think the last thing for today. So I think it was good. It was guys. It was okay.
Yeah, man. Thanks for
Thank
having me on,
thank you
man.
guys for yeah. Thank you guys for really showing up. I really appreciate guys for showing up. Thank you guys for beautiful. Thank
I'm
you also for showing up. Thank you guys. Thank you,
all right,
Lord.
man.
Thank you so
All
much.
right,
I
man.
really appreciate
Take it
guys.
easy, man.
Peace out, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Peace out. Thank you, guys. So, guys, thank you for showing up for my stream, guys. Thank you for coming in for my stream. I really appreciate you guys. It was fun today. It was a lot of discussion, but fortunately, I wasn't able to get my guys in for the United stuff. So, hopefully, some of this week or next week, we're gonna discuss more about the football. It was really interesting, guys. Thank you for coming in, guys. I really appreciate it, guys. Peace out, guys. Peace out. Peace out.